Yeah, okay. We should be live again. I hope. Are we live? Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so good evening, YouTube. Today is my turn for the stream. You haven't seen me for a while. Shimon had to take over the stream, but I'm here again, and sorry for the delay, but now I hope that I will be able to show you a bit more about the GitHub Actions. I feel like I made a mistake last time, that I didn't necessarily plan the work, but I was just more freestyling, and now we have Shimon here again. So
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
yeah, so he will be able to, well, spar with me in terms of what should be done and how. Let me just do one thing here on the social medias. I have to move the cat because he's in front of my monitor. Open source.
Yeah, cats really like keyboards
They do.
and laptops. So
Yeah, because they are warm.
yeah,
Alrighty. Should be okay. Alright, so GitHub Actions again. We will be here and editing the orchestrator CI build and PR build, the YAML files. But first, I wanted to spar with you a bit, Shimon, on in terms of what should be done and how, because we basically have three projects here, right? So we do have the orchestrator, the parsers that we would like them to be in a different NuGets, right? So the RabbitMQ, this should be a one NuGet. This should be another NuGet, and of course the orchestrator should be a NuGet itself. So we should have three NuGet packages, and I believe that this shouldn't be done necessarily with one build, because essentially what we have now is we just have the pull request build and we have the CR build. Let me remind myself what has been done here. Okay, I remember now. So what I managed to do last time is that I've created the artifact with the orchestrator, and I've uploaded the artifact. So basically we are ready to put this artifact to the NuGet feed, basically. So I believe that the name of the build should be changed. So this shouldn't be CI-build, but it should be CI-orchestrator-build, maybe, or something in this direction, rather than CI-build, because essentially I believe this should be three different builds. What do you think?
yes, I agree with it. So let's name it differently, but where you want to change it in this command, like orchestrator? Or...
Well, I'm not changing anything in here. I mean, I will change the name of the file, the YAML file, but what I'm thinking about is that I want to give a bit of a background why I'm thinking that this should be in the different builds, because I believe that this pull request build should be run on which branches is it? On main and on develop, and this is fine because we see if the build passes and the tests go on those two branches before pull requests. So this is fine, right? It will be, yeah, pull request with main and develop, that's fine. But in the orchestrator CI build, I want it to be only for the orchestrator, and this is because I imagine that we can make releases. We can treat this as a single repo, and then we can make releases. We can make separate releases, so we don't necessarily always want to release new version of, I don't know, orchestrator. Maybe we'll just want to release a newer version of the parser, or anything else.
There are free libraries, so we want to have free pipelines. That's okay for me, because if we change something in the only in this orchestrator, we don't want to trigger the another, the things with plugins and the SAGA store. I think that's okay that we want to have it separate.
Yep. I also was thinking about that if this should be automatic on push, if we don't really want to make it manual, because in the end we will need somehow to number the version of the package, and this is something.
Okay, because this build also push to the nuggets registry.
This one? No.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
so
this is just a CI build.
It creates an artifact.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the artifact, well, it's not making the release, but I want the release also to be automated. So just like the release would be automated, because when the CI process is started, it also triggers the CD or release pipeline that essentially would make the release to the NuGet feed, because that is our production environment, the NuGet feed. But we need, before the release, we somehow need to provide the package version. And this can be automated like that a bit, that we'll just have GitHub number changed here, but I believe that this could be done manually. So you want to make a release manually, so to trigger it and to set the number. But and this is the only manual action that you would need to do, because the release would then trigger on its own.
Okay.
That would be the idea. So let me then write something again in the notepad because I like it.
So you want to run build manually to pass the version, yes? It's your idea. Am I right? Or it's you are, I don't know, the because it's different. The reason is different.
I mean, what's the question?
I mean, you want to pass version somehow.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't want to have automatic build, only manual on production, on main. I mean.
Yeah.
But maybe we can use git tags somehow to extract the version. I
Okay.
don't know it's possible, but maybe it is to tag a version in our code for our code and extract it. Or maybe we can just use, let's say, configuration file, something like that, that will be extracted during pipeline and saved in variables, and then you can use it to pass it to the version.
I mean, the idea with the tags is actually very, very cool.
Mm-hmm. So we need to explore the topic because I've never used Git tags in this way with GitHub Actions, even with Azure DevOps.
Okay, is it searching again through the whole docs, not just through the... But that's actually a pretty good idea to do it that way. To read it from the tag. Let me check one thing in here. Managing tags, publishing and installing a package.
Or we can also change the version in the CS project. Yes, so
We can,
it will be the part of the PRs.
That is true. We can do that, but maybe this is the... I don't like to do things that you have to remember about. You know what I mean?
That's
I
right.
mean, it should be as simple as possible, but maybe this is another idea. Or...
I think the manual build with passing version is the safest way to achieve that. But maybe
I mean,
the most convenient.
of course, but either way, I remember that in one company, what we did was versioning with the GitHub tags. So the question is if it's easier to tag it like that or to update this. Sorry, the project file. Maybe it is easier to edit the project file in the end. That when someone wants to make a release, they need to just do that. But let's research that. GitHub Actions, read Git tags. Oh, it wants to get it from the ref variable. No. This is worse of a solution to do it like that. It's just more complex, I think. Yes, well, it is being used like that. Action ref. For a step executing an action, this is the ref of the action being executed. The short ref name of the branch or tag that triggered the workflow run. The value matches the branch or tag name shown on GitHub. For example, feature branch 1. I'm thinking about would it be wise to make like production ready branches and then start like releases from them to the main, but it doesn't really change anything. Probably what I would do now after getting a bit more of the knowledge about this is I would stick with the project file, and then I would make a rule that we should create a specific commit for the release. So there should be so we should make like a
okay,
yeah, like there should be a message like something like that. So this is easily searchable through the main then. That we are capable of easily navigating through the history.
I can see what you are showing me right now.
Because I can.
Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, we can start with it.
Because in the end, we can make this like kind of ref based thingy. But I don't really see how this is beneficial. I think this might be just easier. Or maybe it would be better with the tags. I'm just checking, like, you know, this is kind of a different than the DevOps. This is now I'm just checking if I'll remove the notepad. I'm just checking if I'm able to search through here, and it's like I'm able to search through the branches and through the tags. I'm not necessarily able to search through the comments easily here. If I'm checking the comments done on the branch, there is no search possibility here. Like, you know, and okay, but maybe let's think about this later, because this is not the most necessary thing. Let's create those
Yes.
three separate builds, and
I think we can start with something, I
yeah.
don't know, and let's decide later. It's not
Mm-hmm.
the most important thing. So today you're gonna to split those builds to the three, yes? So three builds to the orchestrator, or maybe just create from CI build a pipeline for orchestrator and create two new pipelines for
I
SAGA
mean,
and for.
essentially, what I will do is I will just copy what I have done here,
Okay.
because in the end, what the only thing that changes is the name of the project that is supposed to be packed. This is the only thing that changes.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking about. Now I had a thought about different thing, because if we push the changes with the project file changed, either way it will build and it will try to release it under the same version number. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I understand. So we want to, have the same situation like in other Microsoft libraries, for example, that we have a lot of libraries that are related with one another, and they are have the same version.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know
for
that they
example,
are doing. Yeah, they are doing like
mhm.
in .NET Core 3, as I remember, the linked version would be 3.1.13 or 14 or whatever. I remember because I remember updating those entity framework libraries a lot,
Yes,
because there
yes.
was a lot of them,
Hmm.
and you just need to have the versions in the exactly same number, so you are not combining like 12 with 14, for example, but it has to
Yes.
end all with 14. So
So you
maybe.
are considering this way of developing these
Mm-hmm.
libraries, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But maybe then this is another rule, and just you need to update all of the projects. But it doesn't really make sense if you are just not updating anything in the other
Mm.
libraries.
Yes.
I'm just curious, if we, for example, go to Serilog, how are they doing this? Do they use actions? No. Build failing.
Yeah.
Okay, they are using some upbay, or I have no idea what that. Okay, they are using version prefix in here. 3.0.0,
I
for
see.
example, in the project file. I've updated this project here, I believe. I've done change in one file. Oh, or didn't I? It's main. Maybe I done it on a different branch. Nope. Haven't I done it? Or maybe you were doing it? Or none of us done it? Because I'm pretty sure I was trying to add this. But maybe I didn't. Okay, so they're doing something. They're preparing for a full release, and they are adding versions with -dev blah 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 blah.
I see.
Okay, this actually makes sense. This is a smarter way of doing this, I think. So they do it flat. I believe that they are doing it flat in the project file. And then the build is just something that we are also doing in our action here.
So, for example, from develop, we want to append the suffix def.
Yeah, we are
build
doing it
number,
the
and
same.
on main.
We are doing it the same here. 1.0 point GitHub run number. This is pretty much the same. Oh, I'm not signed in, and I'm wondering why I cannot do anything. Why I cannot edit or do whatever. Okay, orchestrator -ci build, and I would do 1.1.0 -dev this, and that would be it. Only from the main branch. But this is only from the main branch. We are not releasing the development branch. And they are apparently making releases from the dev branch. They are using tags.
You can you check their pipelines?
No, because
no. Okay.
because it's somewhere in some app where I have no idea what that is. I could peek.
Okay.
You can check what the console was saying. They're doing some deployment for branch main has been skipped because current branch is dev. So they are checking if they should make a certain release in here. They're either way publishing. So interesting. Wait, how was it called? On. I'm looking for this actions on push. I want to see on push, maybe.
I see.
I want to see the list of those events. Events that trigger workflows. Push.
Action Golem is interesting.
Which one?
Golem.
Maybe it's needed sometimes. But maybe I'm looking from this from the wrong side, because if we push something to the main branch, then it means that explicitly we would like to release something right away. The only merge that will happen on the main branch will be in a situation where we want to make the release. So we can agree that everything should be ready for production on this release push to the branch.
Yes, we always want to keep main playable and ready for use. Yes, so it shouldn't be the situation that we have a main that is not tested and ready for working, because maybe now it's not the version we want to use, but it's actually an exceptional situation. So in the future we want to have main as our always working version, and develop is our, let's say, how to say it, sandbox or something like that. But
well,
when sandbox is stable and it's ready for work, ready for work with, then we want to decide to create maybe, let's say, release branch from develop to froze the code, for example, to deploy or maybe test this release branch. Maybe we don't want to create a release branch, but what I'm saying is to only merge a code to the main when we are sure that it's working. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I am removing then the package versioning from the build, because we need to do that in the project file, and the only the moment we make a release is when we are actually ready, so we can switch the release files and then make the release. So we don't need the versioning in here necessarily. We need the versioning to be in the project files. And let's keep it that way then.
Yes, let's start with it. If we change the opinion, we will change it. I think it's not a big deal to change this.
Okay, so I've changed the name basically, and I removed the versioning, and I will commit it, and is it ongoing now? It is queued. I have no idea why, but okay, let it go. So we will need this again because we will create a new workflow. And we'll make a JSON parser.
That's right. I will be right back soon.
Yeah.
I need to drink.
So this is not in the orchestrator, but it's in the parsers. Boom, and here and here. Right. Yep. Okay. And it's not an orchestrator, but it's a parser.
I'm back.
Okay. Parser JSON build on push to main. Checkout. .NET 6 restore dependencies. .NET restore build. Test. Pack. .NET pack parsers JSON. Yep. Upload a parser JSON artifact. Yep. Parser.json package. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to
I'm thinking
update
because
.NET
they're.
version to?
Sorry?
I'm thinking if we want to update .NET version to 7, because it's.
I don't know in which version the code is that you're programming. If you will bump the packages in the project, then we can bump the packages in the builds.
Yes, we have 7 in orchestrator. Let's see parser. Yes, it's 7.
Okay. I'm just really thinking if we should just make it one build that will build the all of the packages, but there are just no good answers here. I'm just thinking about because we are copy pasting. And this is violating the don't repeat yourself principle. And that's why I'm thinking about it. Do we necessarily want to treat it as separate? But there are no good answers, and you can only know once you start working. So I'll just do it like that. And the same goes for the yeah, you see, because this is triggering both builds in the end.
I see. Yeah, because if you would have 3 repositories, it would be more.
But in
It would
the
be
end,
better to have 3 pipelines. But if we have 1 repository,
yeah, but in the
it's.
end, then it allows us to make separate releases in the end. This is software development. There are always pros and cons of those approaches.
That's right.
But I'm wondering now if this makes sense, because now we have a very quick release. I mean, the build is very quick, and once we start adding more and more things, and we'll just have one build, then it will just be longer. Let's go this way. That we'll have the let's just make a decision, and let's go. It's on me. If this is a good or bad decision, it's on me. And let's do it this way. I don't like that I'm copy pasting this a lot. But essentially this, in the future, this shouldn't be really of that much. There should be not much changes around this, so
So your decision is to have 3 pipelines, and we want to trigger 3 of them while we're creating a PR or yes, PRs. Yes.
at this point, yes. Or we can,
Okay.
or
Okay.
we cannot, or we don't necessarily have to trigger them. We can make them all manual. But I believe that I would like to have a separate capability of releasing the separate nuggets. I think.
Yes.
I
If we
would,
will have separate nuggets, then it will not be like
because I
you
believe that
have.
in the end it will be easier to remove the automatic release, so we don't necessarily have to run these builds automatically, or we can just run it by hand. But I would like to have that if I am running this by hand, the release, I'm clicking the release of the of this one, for example, the RabbitMQ one. Then if I'm clicking, I want it to go all the way. I just want to fire and forget, and I want to have the release.
Okay.
I just want to have the naming convention. Because what I want to do is that I would like to have those 3 separate ones. Maybe we will turn off that they are just releasing everything or building everything at once, because maybe this is not necessary. But if there is a decision on making a release, I would like it to go all the way. I think this actually makes sense, because we could make it the other way. For example, we could make a build that will build all the artifacts, but then we need to click the release button on a specific one, or we can just release 3 of them right away, which might also not be a very good idea. Or maybe you have a different idea around it.
Thinking about it.
This is failing. Why is it failing? Project file does not exist. What is the name of this file?
Interesting.
saga.q. Okay.
Okay, I see. So name is incorrect.
The name is incorrect.
Because so CSPro is incorrect, or no, folder.
The folder
Directory
is wrong.
Correct. Okay.
We can either change. I would probably name it like that, the Q, RabbitMQ, and stuff like that. Okay, I will make it work, but this needs to be. I would add it as a bug.
Okay.
If we can.
Yes, we can. I'll do it after. Yeah.
No, it should be fine.
Too much CSPro. Forge.
Yep.
Oh, the command is incorrect because you have two-time extension CSPro.
Sorry?
I mean, in the pipeline. You see, you have .csproj.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Now it should be building. Okay, it should build now. Now, what we could do is to create a new workflow. And the name would be CD. And let's check what the marketplace has for us. NuGet publisher.
Do we have already Nugget? I don't know how to register or something like that. Registry. I mean the company one or your personal, depends what we gonna use.
You mean the NuGet feed? No, I want to publish it
Yes.
to NuGet.org. I want to publish it to the not any private NuGet. I want it to be on the NuGet.org here, like the CQRS is also here.
Yes, but you have, the account here, or no? I mean, on what account we will?
I don't remember. I probably have a Microsoft account. I would have to check, but it's not like let's make one thing at a time.
Yeah. I was curious if you already have something.
Well, I
But yeah,
needed to.
we
I don't
have
remember.
separate-
I don't remember how I've done it with the CQRS library, and I'm pretty sure that I didn't do any automation around it. If I don't remember doing this, so I probably done something manually. But I
okay.
definitely need to have an account there. Let me check it on another screen.
I see that Prognatic Securus is on Chris Kavlinski ownership.
Maybe, and that would make sense. Yeah, it is. Because I do have an account here. Okay, but this is not really important now.
Yeah.
Let's make. I'm missing this something now. I'm missing those triggers. That might be interesting. Okay. Ooh, this is annoying because this works and this is an entirely different ecosystem than what I'm used to. And I would imagine that there is a specific trigger that if the other build finishes, then I want to run another one, like kinda in a chain. And I don't really see it here. It's more based on creating releases and those tags with refs, and maybe this is a way to do it in here. Check run. Maybe let's be lazy about it. Okay, that's pretty natural, but we don't. I wanted to have this in a separate jobs. We don't want to make it as a separate job, or maybe we do actually. But then we don't necessarily need to upload any kind of artifacts anywhere.
I'm searching for in documentation.
Yeah, this actually makes sense.
Solution.
On. This is it. That's the answer. Workflow run. Workflow run. This is it. Completed. That's it.
Okay.
On workflow run. And we are creating this for the orchestrator. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so now we would like to publish a NuGet. No, we would like to download the artifact. Download artifact. Mm-hmm. Okay. Come on, what was that?
I'm looking for it, and it's pretty hard
What is hard?
to find this information. What task I can use to download the artifacts?
Wow, really?
David 6.
Yeah, but this is just like, why? Why is my question. This is I'm just, I'm surprised how this works, because this is just so entirely different from what I'm used
Yes,
to.
maybe we are missing the convention. Maybe
Yeah, it seems like
you know.
it seems, and exactly, it seems like we are missing some kind of convention, because usually is that we are throwing around artifacts and you're generating with the CI build an artifact, and then you're picking it up with a release
Yes.
workflow or build, and that's it. And in here it seems like either we are supposed to create this in a single file and then just fire and forget, and just don't create any type of artifacts to start
Agile
with.
DevOps is completely different tab for releases, and here we have only actions. So it's interesting. Someone familiar with GitHub Actions would have a lot of fun watching this.
Maybe.
What they are trying to do.
Well, if you want to be in software development, this is how a learning process looks like. Exactly, this is how it looks like. Not you are not capable of knowing everything from day one. This is how it looks every single time, and I believe that we know what we want to do. Is that it's just the problem that we are, exactly as you said, not hitting some kind of convention that this is supposed to happen over GitHub, and that's the problem. That this is just different tooling, and apart from that, there is no difference. Push run ID, run number. But there is an action here. I have no idea why this was so complex. Oi. No, not like that. That. Indentation, well, true.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's correct step. I think. And I'm reading some samples and I see that there are there are download artifact actions, so yeah, it's probably correct.
So, doable.
Mhm.
NuGet publisher. And what is from the actions? NuGet exit. Maybe that would actually make sense. Oh, nope. No, I didn't want to go back in here. Do we even need to worry like that? Maybe we just literally just get this thing going. Oops. NuGet API key to configure. And then bash whatever command. Give me something. Shell. No, but I don't want to really do it like that. Oh, it just says run. Run. Okay. So, name, publish package. Run. Does it need a string or not? Okay, I don't really want to do it like that. How to run a command? Run.
I mean, you mean .NET command or bash command?
I want to run NuGet dot exe or NuGet publish command, like any type of command.
Maybe there is a task nugget. I mean task action.
No, I don't know if you have seen what I've done here. Is that I'm downloading
Yes,
the
totally.
artifact, then
Okay.
I'm installing the NuGet, just the
Mm-hmm.
NuGet. So I'm
Okay.
not using any of those pre-done NuGet publishers or whatever, because I don't know.
Okay, I see.
I feel like we'll have more control when just using a regular NuGet exe, and yeah, and just to have it on the machine on which we are working. It's the same as we would download Node to be able to make
Okay.
npm installs.
So if you want to use NuGet, you can probably use the action like bash or something like that, because you
This is
are
exactly, I don't know
on.
if you're checking what I'm doing, but I've already done it.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, I missed it.
I have already checked if this is possible. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but it just says
It's
echo.
actions checkout. It's interesting.
Bad intention. Run bad intention. Yeah, it should be fine now. Yeah, those file. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's check what Microsoft says. Mm-hmm. So, as I imagined, we need the API key. So, we will need this guy here, and we will need my API key apparently, which I will not show you.
Mm-hmm.
NuGet org API keys. Create and manage. Yup. Create orchestrator dash cd dash build. Expires in. Okay. Push new packages. Mm-hmm. Okay, I will take from here. Whoop. I need something called glob. Okay, now I need to somehow how to store secrets in here then. This is something I won't be doing on the stream. Let me check here. It will be safer if I'm not doing this on the stream, but on the second window. But when I do it, I will tell you how this should be done. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to apparently, and this is something that I will do later on, so as you can see I'm also learning, but this is something that you do on the repository level of DevOps, but in here you need to add an environment, and you are able to add the required reviewers, the timers, etc., and the secrets. So I will do it now. Okay. So now, once we have this done, then we need to use a variable from the environment. Use a secret from in GitHub action. Are you following what I'm doing?
Yes, I'm following.
I'm just asking if I'm not just going like too fast or something like that.
No, it's okay.
No, and in here it's doing it different way. What? Settings. What? In the security section of sidebar. Okay, it's in different place that I showed you. Actions? No, but it is defined in here. Okay, so I can actually show this to you. This is not nothing. So we do have this environment secret NuGet API key. So how this can be used? How to use it? Oh, okay. Pretty straightforward. Boom. Probably in the end, what should happen is that those builds should not be publicly available, but we will see. Okay, what I want to do now is to check if we will just get this echo.
But you should remove dash, I think.
Which one?
Before run.
This one? No. It moves the dash.
Not?
No.
Yes, you should, and you should place tab. As I see, the run is always without dash.
Are you sure? Because I've
So
in here I do have dashes,
I
etc.
see. Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm looking on some public pipelines, and I see that there are ones without dash. I don't know. Maybe there are different convention or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not arguing. It's just in what I've been looking at. They just had
Yeah,
dash.
well, I see.
Maybe they are in different versions or something. I don't know. I will regret that I've let you in. Hmm? Do I have to regret that I've let you in? You haven't seen me for a whole day and now you're looking for some love, aren't you? Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, failure. It failed right away. Perfect. Every step must define
Oh,
a uses
you
or
see,
run key.
because you created and run with dash, and if you want to create the step, I mean action, you need to define run or uses. And this definition, it should be without dash.
So how it should look like?
Just remove dash and tab. Yeah,
Okay,
and
like
now
that.
it's working. Yes.
And I will add one more thing here. Name. Right. Because we had some bad name there. Okay. It's running 3 times. Why is it running 3 times? Okay, because I pushed something to the main branch. Fine, yeah. But then this one is not running.
Because trigger is probably the.
Yeah, but I want to run it manually then. Why I cannot run it manually?
Because you need artifact. Oh, you
But
see?
the artifacts
Yeah.
are generated from the other
Okay.
builds.
Yes.
City build, it was running somewhere. Any artifacts for the associated workflow? But it did publish the artifact for sure. It did.
Yes.
With the correct name. Mm-mm-mm. Stupid. Do we need to explicitly state something there? Like download a build artifact with name. Weird. Weird.
Maybe you should define path because path is also
Yeah,
quite a second.
that's why I want to check path. But what should be the path then?
Maybe just slash. I don't know.
Maybe view full market listing. Path to artifact. What?
Yeah, I mean, maybe this path will, will be used to copy artifacts there, probably, so you can retrieve from this path these artifacts to create the NuGet. Yes, but our error is different. It doesn't find the proper artifact. It's not the problem with saving the artifact.
Okay,
on the
we have
correct.
open issues and we can check. What? Yeah. What? But mhm. But it's not that. Let me check quickly. I think workflow.
I see that this will work if it will be defined in the same YAML file. I mean, the same pipeline, but in different job. Yeah.
But it's pointless. Why would we create an artifact and then later download it within the same pipeline? Then why would we make an artifact in like we can work with the directories on the same agent. We want to use different agent and download the artifact to another agent where we set up the NuGet and publish it.
As I said,
Right?
maybe on the GitHub Actions, it's like you have
Maybe.
building and releasing in the same YAML file. Maybe it's the way of doing this.
Maybe it is, but I think we'll wrap up at this point. And next time I will just come prepared. Because I thought I will be honest, I thought that my knowledge about how does the Azure DevOps do it and how it works there will be enough. And apparently I agree with you 100% that there are some conventions that that I don't understand from the GitHub perspective, and I'm just not falling into them. So I need to be aware of the conventions so I can show you how to do that, basically, because this is something that I'm missing now.
Yeah, so next time you will tell us how to do it, and I will show what I will have with the plugin.
Hopefully.
So we have one.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay then. Thank you, YouTube. Maybe we'll do better work next time. Have a great evening and see ya.